At the bottom of this chart, we've got sales and BPO and then hybrid situations. So what is performance management going to look like when you're in a sales and BPO environment as opposed to just a pure service environment?
Yeah, I think the difference in selling obviously is you want to look at your impact in the end to gross sales. So what you're looking at for the individuals that are doing the selling, you're looking at their close ratios and also at the dollars that they're able to bring in as a result of those close ratios and sales.
Now, I notice client retention is on both service and sales. That's not a typo or an accident, is it?
It isn't, because the sales process and the sales experience, you can refer to both in service and sales. You have a customer experience either way, but that experience will in large part determine whether or not you have a repeat customer.
Yeah, so we've got one thing it's not on this chart that's implied here that we're all thinking about, and that's monthly recurring revenue. In other words, subscription.
Yeah.
That pays the bill, keeps the lights on, and that certainly ups the our margin. That's what we're really going for here with recurring revenue is margin. It's a blessing, because I think from the traditional CMO point of view, we're looking at customer acquisition costs, and we never think of that as a sunk cost. We think of that as something we just paid to get that monthly recurring revenue to buy that stream. So from a present value point of view, we want that stream to extend as far as possible and even to upsell after a time. So pretty cool.
And then I would say even just for initial profitability, you may have where sort of that initial cost, the payback, maybe 3 months of subscription, and you may have a lot of sales that are types of sales by certain groups that are averaging only 2 months, right? So you could potentially have net losses on new customers. How do you deal with that as well? So I think just the upfront profitability as well. It's not just the given, especially with subscription, that every new customer is profitable right off of the bat.
Yeah. So one thing, a bullet item I would put on this list, I think would be free trial as a concept, as a way to convert trial customers into permanent. It's kind of implied, but I think the appropriateness of free trial, of course, depends on the marketplace, the product, the offering, the competition, and so on. But I think most of the markets I've been in, free trial has been very effective. It's not in every case, but in most cases, it has been good.
Yeah. And I think also is, when you look at a company's products or service mix, depending on what they're offering, in the sales environment, you're always looking for upsell or cross-sell opportunities as well.
Mm-hmm. And so I think we're near the end of this slide, but I think this is where machine learning and forecasting and predicting and classification comes into play, because we're going to be able to better able to identify those customers who are going to be amenable to free trial conversions to a permanent monthly recurring revenue stream. We're going to really realize who needs to get the offer and who doesn't.
Yeah.
So.